This coming Friday, Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker and the city of Philadelphia will be celebrating. They'll be having a national parade in honor of the newly crowned 2025 NFL champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. So, and as a result, oh, oops, wrong story, y'all. I didn't even mean to. Well, here I am, so I gotta go with this story. Wrong story. Okay, California allocates $50 million to fight the Trump administration and deportation efforts. So, California governor signs laws assigning half for the state's Justice Department and half for legal groups defending immigrants. So, according to The Guardian, let's get down to this story as reported by the Associated Press. Gavin Newsom, the California governor, signed laws on Friday, setting aside $50 million to help the state protect its policies from challenges by the Trump administration and defend immigrants amid the president's mass deportation plans. One of the laws allocates $25 million for the state's Department of Justice to fight legal battles against the federal government, and another sets aside $25 million in part for legal groups to defend immigrants facing possible deportation. During his first presidency, Trump sparred with California over climate laws, water policy, immigration rights, and more, and the state filed or joined more than 100 legal actions against the administration. The same fights are reemerging in the early days of Trump's second term. Californians are being threatened by an out of control administration that doesn't care about the Constitution and thinks there are no limits to its power, said Democratic Assembly Speaker Robert Rivera. In a statement earlier this week, that is why we are delivering legislation that will allocate resources to defend Californians from this urgent threat. The move comes a day after the Democratic governor returned from Washington, where he met with Trump and members of Congress to try to secure federal disaster aid for the devastating Los Angeles area wildfires that ripped through neighborhoods in January, killing more than 2 dozen people. Newsom signed a $2.5 billion package for fire relief into law last month to help fund the state's disaster response, including evacuations, sheltering survivors, and removing household hazardous waste. His administration has said they expect the federal government to reimburse the state. Thank you for watching the program tonight. For those of you that are watching, if you think about it, would you subscribe to Tyrone Bowman Live? Republican lawmakers have criticized the funding for lawsuits, saying the focus on Trump is distracting as the Los Angeles area recovers from the fires. This slush fund isn't about solving any real problems. It's a political stunt designed to distract from the urgent issues our state faces, and it won't bode well for fire victims. The Republican State Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones said in a statement earlier this week. Well, how about this, Brian? During the presidential election campaign, you all said it was about the economy. No one in the Trump administration is talking about the economy. You said it was about jobs. No one is talking about jobs. You said it was about lowering the price of bread and eggs and groceries, and the prices are escalating. You said it was about lowering gas prices. All these issues have not been talked about. Instead, the de facto president, Elon Musk, is trying to take control of the government. And while all the shenanigans are taking place before the camera, they're doing a lot of damage behind the scenes. So don't give us that bull. Don't give us that garbage like you Republicans care. You all don't give a damn. And you don't care. The gig is up. It's time for the Democrats. Get ready for the midterm elections. Get your money war chest together. Get your candidates ready. Get the people that you want to change the trajectory of the Congress in place. Don't even waste time sparring with them and fighting over non-whimsical things. Think about the midterm elections and hit them where it hurts. And you know what? A lot of MAGA Republicans are fed up too. And they're going to come out and they're going to vote against the Trump administration out of rage, out of anger, out of retribution, because they know they've been duped. They know they've been lied to. They know they've been run amok. So let's get back to the story. Critics have also said the legislation doesn't ensure that funding wouldn't be used to defend immigrants without legal status who have been convicted of serious felonies. Well, who are these people that you all keep talking about? You have no proof. These are the hardest working people that America's ever had, yet you go after them. White people don't want to go out there and work the farms. Let's just tell them the way it is. And black people, sure enough, ain't going out there to plantation days and work in the hot, blistering sun for little to nothing. So the labor workforce has basically been reduced to what? To nothing. After signing the funding into law, Newsom said the money wasn't intended to be used for that purpose, and he encouraged lawmakers to pass subsequent legislation if clarifying that is needed. He said in a statement that the funding will assist legal groups in safeguarding the civil rights of California's most vulnerable residents. Newsom announced the plan to safeguard the state's policies days after Trump's election in November. He convened the legislation in a special session to pass the bills. The state is used to taking the federal government to court over Trump's actions. California sued the Republican president's administration more than 120 times during his first term. According to the Attorney General's office, the state spent about $42 million overall on legal fees against the federal government, ranging from around $2 million to nearly $13 million a year. The headline on this article was amended on the 8th of February 2025 to clarify that California now has $50 million for both for legal battles against the federal government and for legal groups defending immigrants facing possible deportation, not solely on the latter. So there's a lot going on, and on this channel, I'm trying my best to cover as much of the daily news as possible. And as I've said before, this is a serious channel. We deal with serious problems, serious issues that are affecting everyday people, irregardless of who we are, irregardless of what color we are, irregardless of our faith and of our party and of our religion. It's called humanity. We are all affected by everything that's happening within this nation. Till next time, Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never quit.